today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in just in an absolute free-fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking at.
It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at... the 43-yard line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hunt, flush to his right. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
He's across midfield.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll set up a throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. 7 yards, the pickup there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. The 20.
This is too easy right
And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 7 in a row coming into this ball game, but lo and behold, they have the lead here as as this drive begins 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
There's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, you want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score.
7.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Russell Gage, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On 2nd down, it's Allen, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hunt. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. We'll find Gibson here complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Antonio Gibson.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing on first down. Hunt going for Met. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Miles Jack with a sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupy people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
at their own 16-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one caught by Gibson. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And some space here. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
On first down, Hunt. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again. Hunt. Allen has it left side. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
The score, Titans 24.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call a sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Quarterback sack. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin in Texas, an AFC matchup between Miami and Houston. And it's the Texans who are out in front. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. The Bills seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Gibson complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the left side. Gibson, and he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
First down. It's Gibson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 15-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
That keeps the score Titans 24.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hunt. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hunt. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Come on with it, man. Shows some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A gain of 3. Now 3rd.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now a carry for Allen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Hunt. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, Hunt. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Indianapolis as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
A big loss.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Thank goodness. That means his next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He was taken down behind the line of...
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, Hunt. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 27.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But the
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Our eyes shift now to the Tennessee defense here. And they forced 4 turnovers now in that last possession, most recently the interception.
I'd love to be in charge of their highlight video at the end of the season, though, because this game, you could cut it into one sequence, take away, take away, take away, take away, and everyone goes home happy.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw here. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Got his man on the out route. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points,